There's some pretty good sized carp that swim back here. Today I'm out here at the Sangamon River and I'm carp fishing. I'm using some bread. I was here last summer and I was catching some carp that were about 10 pounds each. There's some pretty good sized carp that swim back here. This is the first time this summer that I've been out here to try and catch these carp, and we'll see if anything happens. Well, I've got one on. Oh, it just came off as I said that. Broke my hook off. Alright, so I'm back at it, and I added what I believe I did last year. I added a 40-pound leader, 40-pound line. And I've got 12-pound line here. So basically all I'm using is a treble hook and some bread. So I pretty much just follow up the bread, make it tight, and I put it around the treble hook, smush it together, and pack it as tight as possible so it stays on. And you want to make sure a couple of the hooks are exposed so the fish can be hooked. You don't need very much bread for this. There's one. It broke my line again. Broke it at the 12-pound part. I don't think I'm gonna mess around anymore. You'll see. This is all 40-pound line on my big pole that I use for large catfish and bowfin and all types of good sized fish. I've got the bread back on there, so let's see if they'll break this line. You can see some bubbles along the surface of the water, and sometimes those are carp eating at the bottom, and by mixing up the dirt at the bottom, air gets released. But you can see them travel down the river and you can tell which ways the carp are heading. While I'm waiting for the carp to bite, I'm going to set up my hammock for the first time, and hopefully I don't kill myself. As I was setting up my hammock, carp about took my rod into the water. Nice sized one. Gonna let it fight a little bit before I try to net it. First thing I'm going to do is try to unhook the carp. Now with a big fish like this, you're going to make sure to weigh it in the net if you're going to weigh it. This helps it from not injuring the fish. So it's about 12.3 pounds. The net's about a pound or a pound and a half. So it makes it about 11 pounds. My largest is 13, just over 13 pounds. So let's go ahead and release this guy. My fishing pole about took off in the water. Luckily I heard it while I was setting up my hammock. I'm going to take a break now to finish setting up my hammock, and then I'll toss out the pole again and see what happens. I was just packing up my hammock, getting ready to leave. It's been an hour and a half without a fish. Now I've got one. Doesn't feel too big though. This guy's a lot smaller, but we'll weigh it just to see what it is. I found out that this net is actually a half pound, so the last one was closer to 12 pounds. This is 4.27, so this is about 3 3/4 pounds. Let's get a release on this guy. So the bite has been slow for about the past hour and a half, and then that carp bit right when I was packing my stuff up. I just took my hammock down, probably going to throw out the pole for a little bit and see if anything else bites. And in the meantime, I'll be packing up and we'll see what happens. Well, I am gonna wrap it up here today. It was fun catching those 2 carp, and hopefully I'll be out here again soon to see if I can catch any more. Thanks for watching, and see you next time. So I was out here fishing the other day, and I reeled in a creepy item.